Greetings, fellow investigators, and welcome back to our video podcast, Into the Darkness, where my friends and I play the Call of Cthulhu role-playing game. I'm your host, Tom Rayleigh. Our scenario is Highway of Blood. It was written by Alex Gillott and Ian Christensen, and it's from Critical Hit Publishing. It's available for download from the Drive-Thru RPG. Our game master is Ian Christensen, and this is episode 6. So without any further delay, let's continue our journey into the darkness. Ian?
Okay, Keith. We left off. You had stepped out of the conversion hall into the big dome-covered, massive cavern that you're in, with the greenish, kind of gangrenous light coming from that weird glowing orb up in the center of the ceiling.
Right.
And you had the boy with you. I think you were carrying him.
Yes.
And Billy is kind of following you.
Mm-hmm. And then those weird kids came out.
Yeah. So there's about a dozen now of these small feral children that you've encountered before, I believe, right? Or is this the first time you've seen them clearly?
And I saw when they attacked John Thunder and killed him.
Give me a sanity check as you realize they have you kind of surrounded with just the temple, kind of the only place it's not really. They're not covering. They have the entrances, including the one kind of secret shortcut that you found.
Mm-hmm.
There's a couple of them standing in that path, which Billy is looking towards now, and then there's a couple standing off to would be now your left, which you know is where the other exit is. How'd you do that sand roll? You failed?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Go ahead and roll. Let's see, sanity loss. Especially now you're surrounded by them. 1d6.
Oof. Where am I at on my 3 points?
3, okay. You lose 3 points of sanity. Have you hit your threshold yet? Your 20%?
I have not.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
I just realized I don't have my Game Master's screen there with the insanity. Okay.
That makes me jump, and I'm one arm in the rifle because I got the kid in the other arm.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of lift it up. Is there any indication that one's the leader?
No, these all look very much alike.
Okay. All right.
Around the same age, height, size. You know, they're very, very. They're not completely uniform, like they're all twins or something, or whatever 12 would be.
Right.
But yeah, there's nothing really distinguishing any one from the other.
All right. I'll lift up I'll lift up my rifle, and I saw him kill John Thunder. So even though they look like kids, I'm not taking any chances with them. Back up! We're getting this boy out of here.
And you hear a voice say, "Stop." A woman's voice, strong, commanding, as she steps out of the temple, which from where you are now would be up ahead on your left, yeah? Because you went around the building.
Yes.
She kind of comes walking down the steps. Now, she is beautiful, tall, long, dark hair. Looks kind of exotic, darker skinned. Maybe she's Latina or native or something. You're not quite sure. The other creatures, the children, whatever you want to call them, these little cannibal creatures, all just kind of stand. None of them move when you threaten, but they seem to turn their attention to her as she begins walking down and turning around to her right to walk in your direction. She says, "Who are you?"
Agent Carlisle. I came here looking for some missing teenagers, and I found this boy. Who are you?
And she begins to transform in front of you.
Oh.
At first it's her face begins to contort and stretch. And then she kind of lowers down to the ground and her body stretches out and she forms into a massive serpent. The snake is about 50 feet long. You would guess it probably weighs nearly a ton as it comes moving up towards you.
I'm going to assume I make a sanity roll for that.
Yeah, make a sanity roll, please.
Oh, ironically, I passed that one.
Oh, Okay. But you did see her transform. That's gonna be 1 point of sanity.
1 point. Yeah.
Mhm. Billy shrieks and starts running up the path in the direction where the door is that you came from.
Mm-hmm.
Just kind of screaming in terror, and he then dodges a little bit off the you remember the cobblestone or whatever, like the paved kind of stone that led from the doors to the area where the buildings are. He runs off of that a bit to try to get around the creatures that are blocking that path.
Mm-hmm.
And you see the sand start to kind of bubble up around him, and he screams as you see these like beetle-like creatures, but they look metallic and they're massive, start
Mm-hmm.
swarming over him, and he falls to the ground, and you can hear the crunching sound. It's almost like he's rolling around on a bunch of metal toys or something, but
Right. Yeah.
and he's screaming. What are you doing?
Well, I'm going to be backing away from the large serpent woman.
Okay.
I was thinking about headed toward that exit, but now that I see that, I'm going to head toward where I believe the other one was. Hey, I
The
thought
other
there
one?
was. Yeah, I thought there
Oh,
was
the
two
other
exits.
exit. The
Yeah.
other exit is past her.
Okay. So I'll be back
He
in.
ran off to the exit, which would
Okay.
be to the right,
Yeah. All right. So I didn't
where
picture
you
it
kind
as
of came from.
behind her. Okay. Yeah.
Mhm.
So I'm going to be backing away from her
Okay.
and kind of keeping the gun trained on her. And I was like going, what are you? What do you want?
And she forms right back up in front of you, and within seconds is the beautiful woman again. But she still has like a scaly appearance to her flesh, you notice, and her tongue looks to be forked. And she says, "Leave the boy."
I'm
And she
sorry.
raises one of her hands up, and some of the creatures, the ones that are by the exit where Billy was running towards, as you see him still rolling around screaming in the sand.
Mhm.
Those three creatures start moving towards you.
I tell her, I'm sorry, ma'am, I can't do that. I can't leave the boy behind. Uh, it's
His
just not
conversion has failed. This was your doing. The boy will die.
but
And
at
these
least
creatures are now getting up within melee range of you.
as a I gotta swing the rifle around with the goal of hitting one of them with the barrel.
Okay, sure. Go ahead and give me a brawl.
15 is a hard.
Okay, yeah, you smack it with the barrel, doing damage. I take it, yeah.
Yeah.
You're doing swinging it one hand. It'll give you a D6 plus your strength bonus.
Okay. 6 points.
Okay. Oh, you smack him pretty good and hard.
Yeah.
Let me see here. Where's his hit points? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you smack him across the face, and you see like tooth fly out, like a sharp, almost sharpened tooth fly out of his mouth, and blood sprays out. And they jump on you.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
So let's see. Initiative. What's your dexterity?
It is 65.
65. You go first. Actually, they
Uh,
go simultaneously, but I'll let you go first.
all right. I'll go simultaneously. Well, then I am going to just kind of. How many of them are jumping on me?
3.
3. Yeah, I'm just going to kind of do a. Actually, I'm going to swing at the one that I hit already. I'm going to swing at him again. Try and
Okay. Go for it. He's going to fight back.
another hard.
What do I have? Where's his attack? Okay, you hit him again. Give me damage again. Same. It's still
Okay.
awkward because you're still holding the boy, I presume?
Yeah.
Or do you drop him so you can get both hands in there?
No, just kind of still swinging one because my hope is that maybe if I take one down, they'll back off and I'll get an opening.
Okay.
5 points.
5 points. Okay, you drop him. He goes down.
Okay.
Another sickening crunch on his skull. He collapses to the ground as the other two attack you. Now, do you want to dodge or fight back?
I'm going to dodge.
Okay. Go for it.
That's a fail.
A fail.
Yep.
Okay. Here it is. Right. The scratch does. Here it is. Okay. Actually, I'm gonna roll the bite attack as well. Okay.
Ooh.
Go ahead and roll your second.
Second dodge
Mhm.
with penalty dice for the second dodge.
Yep. No penalty. I rolled bonus die for his attack.
Okay.
Doesn't matter.
Well, both 10s were a 60, so it doesn't matter. In fact,
Okay.
the one was a 60, so 666. So
Okay, so he
it's
grabs onto you and then he bites into your arm. That's going to do 1d4 plus 1d4.
I think I'm gonna
So
pass.
it's going to do 5 points of damage.
I am unconscious.
Okay. As it worries away and like tears your arm from your body
Mm-hmm.
and you lose consciousness.
Ah.
The boy screams as the other creature runs up and grabs him and starts carrying him off towards the exit, down the long way exit,
Mm-hmm.
not the shortcut that you took. And we cut over to Dr. Quinn and Agent Christopher Baines. Now, last I knew, you guys were camping out in the mines.
Yeehaw.
What time did you want to get up and move?
Well, my guess is that we were completely exhausted.
Mm-hmm.
So probably not until the sun starts to go down and it cools off.
Okay. So you're going to hide out here in the mines until evening.
And I'm hoping that they've stopped looking for us by then and we can...
Well, if you're paying attention, if you look out, you'll notice there is no traffic on the road, it seems, today. It's almost dead quiet out there on the backbone. Anyway, because you're well out in the backbone, well past the you're past the
Right,
homestead and out past the caves, even where you were earlier. Well out east, but yeah, there's no traffic on the backbone that you can tell of all day.
Now, does the backbone continue to go somewhere? Another town?
If you like continue out east,
Yeah.
maybe, but it'd be a long way. You'd need to have a full tank of gas, and
Yeah, 100
We don't have
miles.
water.
it's tough roads too. You want a sound vehicle. Otherwise, you get to 385, you got to go back through the way you came, past the gas station.
Well, what do you want to do?
Well,
Should we
I was
try
going to
to-
look at the sunset time. I have it here somewhere.
do I regain a health point yet?
I
No,
asked
actually,
him that
if
earlier.
you guys slept here all day until evening,
Yeah.
then you actually may. Let me see here. Yeah, so you're going to sleep until evening. You can go ahead and recover one hit point.
All right.
Yay me.
It's not exactly comfortable sleep, but you stay here all day. You don't venture out anywhere. And there's no traffic on the backbone. Like I said, it's dead quiet, so you're never disturbed.
We should stay here for 11 more days.
I'm thinking that we should...
We should go
There
find
we go.
Richard. I mean, Agent Carlisle.
I don't even know where he is.
It's going to start getting dark around 8 o'clock at night.
Jeez.
I'm thinking we've got to covertly go back along the road, back the way that we came,
But how
And
far is that?
steal a car. Well, we walked all the way out here already, so
We went
You
through.
walked a good way that underground.
We went underground though, like through the caves and such. The mine. Yeah, that's probably a more direct route, I'm guessing.
I don't know. It should just be along the road there, but we've got to do that and hide in the bushes if anybody comes along until we get at least back to Abattoir, and then we got to steal
We
the
have
car and
moonlight?
get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. But is there moonlight tonight? I mean, eventually.
Oh, hold on.
I can't
Let me
We've
look.
we've also got those invisible shark children.
Yeah. Wonderful.
Let's see.
I mean, our alternative would be to strike an interesting pose for your skeleton to be in when they
It
find
is a waning gibbous moon.
So,
So
about 3/4.
I don't have my farmer's almanac with me. So
Yeah.
it's 3/4.
Between half and full.
about 3/4.
Okay, and it's waning, so okay.
It's going to go to half
Getting
in a few
smaller.
days.
Okay. Well, we've got some moonlight then coming, based on my remembering last night's moon. So, do you want to walk back the highway? Is that the way you want to go?
I don't know what's in any other direction.
We know the caves have
Except
got
desert.
friggin' things in them.
Well, it seems to me that if Abattoir is over there, okay, and then the compound where the insane cannibal people are, that's over there also. And then we left there, and we followed along the ridge until we found the caves. And then we went in the caves, continuing east until we arrived at the mines. So it seems like if we just go along the edge of the hills over here, we're going to end up back at the crazy cannibal compound.
Give me spot hidden rolls. As you're discussing this, I imagine you're kind of standing at the entrance to the
Right.
mines. So you can kind of see out over the backbone a bit.
I got an
See
81.
Abattoir lighting up in the distance a bit.
That would be a 90. Nope.
You both failed?
I unsaw stuff.
Okay. No problem.
So now we can sort of see the lights of Abattoir off in the distance, right?
You
Okay.
can. Guessing like straight across the desert.
Well, we could just go
You're
straight across the
thinking
desert.
It's probably like 5 miles.
Avoid the
We
roads
can walk.
entirely.
It'd be a
We
lot
can walk
more
5
across
miles.
the road, following the roads because they all wind around and
Yeah.
We've
I
got some
mean-
kind of weapons with us in case we come across a coyote or something.
I've got an iron,
hmm
from that car.
Well, let's head back to Abattoir and we'll just walk by moonlight. Like as soon as the moon gives us enough light to walk, we'll head that way and
Avoid anything that
anything.
and as long as we don't encounter the camouflaged evil children. If we see one, we
Steal
kill
it.
it.
Yes, don't even think about it. Yep. That's not a kid.
All right.
Well, let's do
Well,
that.
let's wait until the sun dips just below the distant mountains.
Okay.
Oh, we still don't
Sounds
have
like
any
a plan.
water, do we?
Can we search the mine area, like the offices, in case there's anything like a old pump well or something?
Yeah, you want to spend some time searching around them?
Let's do that before the sun completely goes down.
Yeah. See if there's any provisions or anything we can take with us. Or
Maybe they dug a well.
maybe there's an old octagonal barrel shotgun kicking around. or
Okay.
something.
So there were like 3 buildings, maybe a little more.
There's the one we didn't go in, which was the
Yes.
radioactive building.
Yep.
I was.
Right.
Break it up.
I've
You're
got a
breaking
hit
up on me,
point
sorry.
back.
What?
There's the radioactive building. We didn't go in that one.
We're not going to go in there.
Right. Okay. So there's the office, the Wayland office. It's a blackened structure, a little more than a burnt-out husk. Metal roof warped and rusted. The only feature identifying its former use is a charred sign hanging askew on the front wall that reads Wayland Mining Company Main Office. If you look inside, a cursory glance at the interior, you'll notice several blackened kerosene cans. Give me a spot hidden check.
To find that little mini fridge full of beer. That's a pass. It's a regular pass.
Not for me.
Okay, Tom. So you spot an open lighter, like an open Zippo lighter. It looks pretty clear that somebody burned this place down decades ago.
Okay. I'm going to see if it still works.
The lighter?
Yeah.
No.
All right. It's all dried out and rusty.
Yeah. Then there's a tool shack. It apparently once contained some of the more expensive mining equipment, but was cleared out long ago when the mine closed down. The only remaining item is a wooden box containing 8 dusty mining hats and a broken pickaxe. The mining hats are the ones with those lights on top, you know?
Okay.
They're actually fuel-based lamps. If you check them out, they look like they'd probably function, but they don't have any fuel at the moment.
Okay.
If you have some gasoline or lamp oil or something, you could try to use them.
Want to bring the pick? Maybe we could use it as a weapon if
Yeah.
we needed to.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And then the other building was the contaminated one you didn't go to.
Right.
Are there windows on that one?
On the ore processing building?
Yeah, the contaminated one. Just wondering if
Are
we
there
could stand back and
windows?
peek in.
Oh wait, I went too far.
I think radiation will go right through glass, so I wouldn't
Well, I don't
get
mean
anywhere
like
near it.
up to it. I mean like sort of from a distance.
Concrete walls, corrugated metal roof, heavily pitted with rust. Steel sliding doors are closed, secured with a massive padlock. No windows.
Okay. All right. Never mind. It's all good. So no well, no like pump well, no source of water, no water tower or anything like that.
Not out here. Maybe somewhere in the mines.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you want to go start
Right.
searching around different mine shafts, wandering around.
No, that's probably not a good idea.
We're probably fucked, but
Yep. Well, let's head back. Let's head to
and
Abattoirs.
we didn't encounter any water in the caves either, right?
Not that I recall. No,
Okay. So
I would have described it to you if you did. So
yeah.
I don't think you did.
All right.
Okay.
Well,
So you start
let's-
heading east across the desert.
Right. Yeah, I mean 5 miles we might be able to get to water in Abattoir. And sneak into somebody's backyard and drink from their
Yeah.
hose.
So
The
as you're
first
as you're heading east across the moonlit Devil's Backbone, and you know the terrain, you got to kind of go up and down bits, you know, here and there, carefully. You'll notice 2 things, 2 lights ahead. One seems closer, is maybe only a mile or so away from you, and you've already traveled about a mile at this point. And it looks to be some kind of a large fire. The other is maybe another mile or so beyond that, but is raised up high, and is another fire. You see another fire up, kind of. It looks like you're guessing that's probably the compound, and it looks like the windmill. Do you remember the windmill over the compound?
Yeah.
Seems to be on fire.
What the hell?
So that's a good two or so miles away from you. What the first one is about a mile from you.
Let's skirt around, keep some distance.
Yeah, stay out of the moonlit or the firelit part as best we can. Creep.
Well, in the
Okay.
fire, if anybody's near the fire, it should blind them to our presence.
You would think, yeah. Okay.
But
So
So
stay
as you
far
kind
enough
of
away.
make it the next mile, kind of skirting around to avoid that whatever is burning up ahead, as you kind of get closer to it now, as you're skirting around, you realize that's the cave entrance you were at before with all the cars. You can see them there, lit by this other car that's now burning. You're not sure what kind of car it was. It's a big car.
Is it new?
The car?
I mean, it wasn't there before.
It wasn't there before. No, it wasn't there
Oh.
before. It looks like a Cadillac or something.
More victims.
Did we see it in town when we were in town before?
Did you go to the church?
Mm-mm.
No.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then you didn't.
Probably some more poor victims that have driven by and
Damn it.
Mm-hmm. And by this point in time, now the fire has gone out on the windmill as well.
okay.
The car is still burning, however, over there by the cave entrance that you went into before.
All right.
Is it close by? Like, there's nobody around. We can't see anybody around it.
You don't see anybody moving around it, no. I know you're staying a ways away from it, so as to
Mhm.
use it to your advantage for darkness.
Yeah.
But you don't see any movement around there, no. You can just see you see the other cars burnt out there. You see this one burning, and you can see the entrance of the cave there, kind of lit as well by the flames.
And none of these cars are functional. This is like from
No.
walking through.
This one's the closest thing to functional, but it's been on fire for
Mhm.
a little while.
Okay.
You don't think it's going anywhere now.
All right.
Be a bit hot too,
Okay.
And the fire on the windmills. The windmill was on fire. Is the compound on fire?
No, it was just the top of the windmill. It's like they had the fan part on fire, whatever you call it, the blades.
I wonder how that happened. Well, continuing to avoid it and looking for car lights or anything like that. We're going to continue to head towards Abattoir.
Yeah, you don't see any car lights, so you go around. You're going to skirt around the homestead, yeah?
Yeah.
You're going to cross the roads, or you going to go around the north of it, across the desert?
Well, whichever way is quicker, but if we're coming up to a road, we're going to
Quicker would
be
be across
fast.
the roads.
We're going to be fast across the roads.
And stay out of sight, yeah.
Yeah.
Because you don't see any traffic anyway. Once you get kind of past the homestead, it's real quiet up there. You think at one point you might hear singing, but it's not. It's very, very low.
We should set fire to this place.
But no engines running, no shouting, no gunshots going off.
We
like
should
that.
go home, get the army, and come back and destroy this place.
I know. We should. I want to set fire to the place.
Okay.
I want to capture every last one of them and torture them all to death for my amusement. All right.
So you skirt around the homestead.
Mm-hmm.
Now you're pretty close to what you remember being called Red Road, the Highway of Blood.
Right.
Yep.
And that leads right up almost to Abattoir, right up then to, Hackett Road, I think it is, right? That comes down into Abattoir. I guess I should pull up my Abattoir map. Do you still have yours? Do you need one?
I can pull mine up.
I can pull mine up in a second. It's on the Facebook, the chat.
It's a long ways down here to the Abattoir map. Yeah, it's really quiet in Abattoir tonight. And at first you're kind of maybe wondering why it's so quiet. And then you realize, like, you can see the Last Stop Bar and Grill. The lights are not on.
All right.
It looks like the Last Stop may be closed.
We find a car that we can hijack.
Okay. Well, let me pull up my zoomed in map. Okay, here we go. Here's Abattoir. That's the town center. And here's the actual town stuff. So you're coming down Hackett Road. There's the beef company, is abandoned. There's the old abandoned Highway 6 diner.
Mm-hmm.
And then there is, the, was it the scrapyard? It's kind of up
Right.
there. And the landfill. You want to go past those? You're going to move down further Hackett Road. You can go. There's some houses down here, down Hackett Road. If you go across the road that heads towards town, you want to go to one of them. Try to steal a car. Just find one in a driveway.
Yeah, I think so.
Sure. Okay, you go down there. You find like a Chevy pickup.
All right. I do not have a clue how to hotwire a car. Do you? Maybe the keys are in the.
Well, we'll look for those first.
What's your luck?
I got a 51.
What's yours, Chris?
I'm looking for it. Where the hell is it on this page?
Oops! Don't lose the dice.
Oh, I'm 65. Sorry.
Okay, so 51's the lowest. I'll roll. All right. There's no keys inside. The car is unlocked, but the keys are not inside it. Or the pickup, I should say, is unlocked.
Well,
You have mechanical repair? Criminology, maybe?
I have.
I don't think they have criminology.
I was thinking maybe of Chris.
Yeah, I'm looking to see.
I've got 10% in electrical or 10% in.
I have 20 in mechanical repair. But where would criminology be?
There's no
Oh,
criminology.
I don't know. Don't worry about it.
Geez.
That's
Confused me. Okay.
different game.
That could be like a science or something like that, or a knowledge skill. But
Yeah.
anyway.
Okay.
So You had 20% in mechanical
Yep.
repair? Yeah, roll it.
No, that's a 35.
Mm.
Well, you
Spend
know what?
15 you want to
It's
spend
good
15
luck.
points of luck or push the roll.
I got tons of luck. I'll spend 15 points of luck.
Spend 15 points of luck. Boom, you get it. It starts up.
Let's get us the
A
hell
little
out
bit.
of
It's a
here.
little bit noisy. You think it might? The people inside the house probably, or yeah, the little house here probably heard it.
Yeah, let's get out of here.
Okay.
Let's do it.
So where are you going? Back out. You're
Back
driving
out.
out. You're gonna turn up the road, Main Street, that heads into town center.
Yep.
Yep.
Go through town center, and
Just
indeed, you'll see. Yeah, the last stop is closed. The lights aren't on.
gun it.
You drive out past the gas station. The gas station's still open.
How's the gas in the truck?
Yeah, what's the gauge at?
Oh, good question. What's your luck currently, Sean?
50.
50. About quarter tank.
Will that get us to marathon?
No.
God
No.
damn it. Everybody in town knows everybody else's vehicle.
Yeah.
Probably.
Do I still have my badge? No.
Just
I don't think you
keep
do,
the
do you?
fuck going. Get us as far away from here.
I've got
Just
a
drive
cuff
out?
and a lighter.
Maybe
Keep
somebody
going.
will find us.
Keep
Yeah.
going. So Wayland Estates is on your right. The gas station passes out by the SO on the left. You might actually see, what was his name? Russ, I think, the guy that worked there. Wave as you drive out. And you're heading out towards that wooden bridge that you came over to come into Abattoir in the
Yep.
first place, right?
Yeah.
And you see flashing lights ahead. And you see a couple of police cars blocking the road.
Local police
Sheriff's
cars?
Department, Brewster County Sheriff.
Oh
Are
my
these the
God.
locals? Like this is the county we're in? Like
County Sheriff,
should
yeah,
I-
Brewster. You're in Brewster County, yes. You do know that. I
And
think I
there's no-
mentioned it before.
Yeah, and there's no sheriff's department in this town.
No, the office is in Alpine.
Oh, thank God we found the cops.
This isn't right. Why would they be blockading the bridge?
I don't know. Maybe the bridge is out.
And you see them, there's 3 of them, and they're like saying 2 of them are walking towards you and holding their hands up, gesturing for you to stop. The other one behind them, he's got a big hat with probably got a star on it, I imagine. And
Yep.
he's definitely a bit thicker in the girth and a little bit older in the years. You figure he might be the actual sheriff. The 2 deputies are walking down the street holding up their hands like for you to stop.
I mean, you're a cop.
Yeah, I don't have a badge. Can we get past them? Like, is there a way to get through?
You're gonna have
or are
to
they blocking the
smash
road?
through. You have to smash through the cars.
Well, then we won't get very far. They'll just chase us. And they'll start shooting.
This is putting me off.
Well, you also might hit the sheriff in the process. He's standing there too.
All right, well, why don't you go talk to them, Dr. Quinn?
Who's driving? Chris, you're driving, right? What are you
I'm
doing?
driving, yeah.
This is a
I
split
slowed
second
down.
thing,
I'm not-
right? So you
I'm
slowed down,
stopping
okay.
the car, but I'm
And
not
now they're
getting right
walking.
up to
They're
them.
walking over. One of the deputies comes up, and Justice for you roll down the window.
I roll it down a bit, enough to hear me. And I can
So
say,
is,
I'm
ev- is
Christopher
everything
Ba-
all
FBI.
right? You were coming pretty fast around the bend up there.
I'll give him whatever, if I have a badge number. I don't know how FBI works. I'll say I'm Christopher Baines, FBI Agent Baines, here to investigate the disappearance of some teenagers. And we've had a hell of a time, and we need to get out of town and contact our main office.
We're here investigating a missing person ourselves. You have a badge, an ID on you or anything?
No, the people in the compound kidnapped us, and we were trapped in that compound. Up the homestead.
And the sheriff now has come walking around as well. It says, "What's your badge number, son?" And you know it.
I
of
must
course.
know it. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Blah blah
So
blah.
you rip it off. He might be just testing you to see if you
8675309.
have something prepared, or whatever.
Yep. He
says, and you said they imprisoned you at that compound.
Yes, they
sir.
did.
You look to be injured.
I am heavily, and we're missing one agent. There's another agent that's still there, as far as we know, Agent Carlisle.
We don't know what
This-
happened to him.
This car isn't yours, is it?
It's not.
No,
They
sir.
destroyed our car.
All right.
These people have been doing this for a long time.
So you've lost your car, you've lost your partner, and you've lost some teenagers as well, apparently, yes?
Yes,
We didn't lose teenagers. They were lost beforehand.
Have you seen the barman? Robert?
in the
Did
bar
Robert
when we were here,
yes.
when
Robert
we first
Taylor.
came in.
He'll pull out a picture and show it to you.
Yep.
Says he's been reported missing. You didn't see him, did you?
Not
at the
since the
compound.
first day before we were captured.
Some people said they'd heard lots of commotion out on the backbone. But there was quite a disturbance of the peace in the last 24 hours.
We saw them burning something out there.
So
There's a
locals
car
are
on
getting
fire.
a little too riled up, are they?
Mm-hmm.
Listen, maybe you better come with us then. We'll take you over to the station. You can contact your people, get what you need to get done. We'll take care of this vehicle.
All right.
I'm assuming procedure that I would know is to do what they're asking. Since
Yeah.
I'm out of.
Yeah,
All
you're
right.
gonna get in the squad car.
Reluctantly.
So you can get in the passenger seat if you want, and you can sit in the back. Dr. Quinn, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And he's driving. Let's see here. Let me see how long it takes to get to Abilene.
I thought you were going to say the homestead.
Not Abilene. What did I say it was? Alpine.
I thought that's what he was going to say too.
Looked at Orlocks go clunk.
We've
even though he knew
we've
he
seen
touched the
movies
button.
like this before.
At the
So
drive-in.
yeah, it's going to be about a 50-minute drive or so,
All right.
close to an hour maybe.
Do you have any water? We haven't. We're
Yeah, sure. There should be some right there in the back seat, and you can see there. Yeah, he's got like a.
bottled water.
Yeah, they're not bottles, but
Like a
yeah, it'd be like
thermos.
one. Yeah, probably a thermos. That makes more sense because those thermoses keep things cool as well. There's actually a couple of thermoses back there. They've got the screw-off cup and all that. You know, you can pour the water into.
When we get back to the station, we got a story to tell you.
Well, why don't you tell me during the drive? We got a long ways to go.
Well, tell him the story.
So we start at the beginning. It sounds unbelievable, but
But I want to omit. I will make a point of not saying anything about us being on vacation during this, and make it appear that we're on.
You're
Without
here on
saying-
official duty.
Yeah, we're not. I
Okay.
won't say official, but I'll not imply otherwise.
Tell him your senior partner, Richard Carlisle, is still missing. The last time you saw him was during the car chase, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's right.
So, anything else you omit?
no.
Maybe
But
we should-
probably the hardest thing to tell them is that they're cannibals.
Oh, I'll tell him that.
We
but
think they're
also
eating
I'll-
people.
I won't mention the
You people, it's
kids.
terrible.
I won't mention the kids. So, and I'll kind of, if I can give a glance to Dr. Quinn, if he starts to talk about when we were running away from the homestead, I'll just.
Well,
Give
I
your
mean,
par- give-
my
give your
character
partner that-
thinks
pass up that other thermos. You know, like obviously, Chris, you haven't had water in a long time either, no?
Yeah, that's true. I'll sniff it.
my
He's
character.
probably got some candy bars or something too in the glove box if you're hungry. Snickers. I'm sure they had Snickers in 1975, right?
Mounds.
Oh yeah, probably.
Almond
Yeah, sure.
Joy. Is there anything else in the glove box?
No, almond joy. Those are nasty.
Yeah, probably ammo and stuff. Maybe an extra pistol.
We
I'll
don't
keep an
know
eye out
what
for
they're.
that,
Look,
just in
we-
case.
we don't know what they're doing, but the first weird thing that we started to notice is that there's no women in their town and no children. And then we saw these kids, but they were completely feral, wild kids. And we think that they're doing something. I don't know if it's that religious compound or what, but
So
they're
you think
insane.
Reverend Osteen is somehow behind this,
Yes.
and his boys.
Yes. We were assaulted by that guy with the bolt in his head.
Oh, Seth.
I don't tell them that
Yeah.
we killed him.
Yeah.
I omit any illegal actions from our conversation.
I'm familiar with Seth.
we found vehicles we came here because of my nephew and my niece had disappeared, and we found their vehicle. So we know that they were here, probably captured and probably killed or eaten.
Agent Carlisle was heading up the investigation. I'm his junior.
And that doctor fellow was behind a lot of it too. Oh wait, do we know that? We don't know that, do we?
Don't know that.
We don't know that.
Oh,
Keith
you don't know
knows
that.
that.
Sorry. Omit that. Redacted.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it sounds absolutely terrible. Now, I want you both to give me Constitution rolls, please, with a penalty die.
Constitution. Or with a penalty die. Pass. 2 passes.
How'd you do, Chris?
I got 50 even,
Which is
which is
your
my
Constitution?
constitution. Yes.
Okay. You're feeling really kind of lightheaded and just kind of weak. Dr. Quinn, you also feel like you're getting kind of dizzy, and the lights, what little light there is, just kind of blur.
It's just so much to remember.
The thermos, I do up the thermos with the cap and the does it have a handle on the side like a normal, like?
Absolutely, yeah. Didn't they all back then?
I grab it in my left hand, I hold
Probably
it
a
on my lap.
strap, like a leather strap.
Yep. I wrap it around my knuckles so I can use this, and I hold the thermos in my hand.
Mm-hmm.
And if I start to feel like I've been drugged, if it comes, because I may perhaps during FBI training.
Give me an idea roll. Give me an idea roll.
That's a 6. I think I got that.
Yeah, you're pretty sure you've been drugged.
I
And
smashed.
you feel like
right in the
you're going to
face.
have a penalty action or a penalty die on all actions.
I know that.
No, I'm
I
just telling you.
smash him in the face with the thermos, right in the face,
Okay,
and I grab the.
roll to hit.
That's a 27.
Defend. Okay, yeah, you smack him right in the face with a thermos. We'll call that a D4 plus your D4. Yes, thermos. Yeah, D4 plus your damage bonus.
That's a 3, and my damage bonus is. That says none. Damn it.
Okay, so bam, you bash him in the face pretty hard.
I grab the wheel.
You're gonna try to grab the wheel. Okay, roll strength.
That's a 17. That is a. My strength is 60.
60. Okay, yeah. So he's trying to hold the wheel as well, still with both hands. You grab it with one hand and you yank it. What are you gonna do? Just gonna try to drive the car off the road?
Drive the car off the road. Are we in desert still? Like desert area?
Yeah. You're out. Well, by this time you might be actually out on the highway now. You're back on 385, heading north.
Well,
towards
if there's a wall on either side, or if it's just open, if
wall.
it's not, I just drive off into the road, off into the desert, try to spin us out.
Let's see here. What's your luck?
My luck is 50.
Okay.
Now.
Car spins out off the road, and he tries to regain control of it. That's what he's going to have to do with his action. So.
Can I do something?
Oh yes, Dr. Quinn. Of course you can. What would you like to do?
I didn't warn you at all, so.
Well, no, but I'm starting to think the same thing.
Well, and obviously seeing Christopher's bash this guy.
So what I'm going to do is, as they're struggling, I'm going to lean forward so that I'm behind the cop, and I'm going to put my hand against the side of his head and smash it against the side of the door.
Okay. Yeah, roll a brawl.
12.
Okay, yeah, you smash his head up against the side of the door, so we'll call that an unarmed attack. It's a D3, I think, plus your damage bonus.
Yeah. 3. 2.
2?
Yeah.
Okay, you slam his head up against part of the door frame. The window's down, of course, because it's the backbone. It's hot as fuck out here. But yeah.
Maybe I'll try to.
His hat goes flying out the fucking window and flies off his head. Now his kind of balding.
He goes, my hat!
Like mullet, his graying mullet is kind of showing. And yeah, he tries to regain control of the car. Are you still trying to keep him from doing so?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, give me a roll.
Hopefully he's slamming on the brake.
Brawl, strength or brawl, whichever's better. Yeah.
That's a 4.
Okay, yeah, you. manage to still pull it even more out of his control, and he loses it completely. And you spin off the road and crash the car. Now, where is
That'll
the
go well for us.
crashing chart?
It is fucking gun.
Oh, there's one in the
Okay.
glove box. I'm going for that.
Uh,
Oh no, he's got one on his hip. Yeah, that's true.
Okay, the car rolls once and is totaled. Everyone inside makes dex checks, please. Include the sheriff. Oh, he failed big time.
30 out of 49.
I got a
Okay.
30 out of whatever.
You got a
70.
32?
I got a 30 out of
You
70.
both passed,
We
yeah?
both got 30s. Yeah, that's cool.
Okay, you managed to avoid taking any damage as the car rolls over. The sheriff, still kind of part way outside the car, gets his head and arm kind of rolled on, smashing his head kind of like a melon and actually tearing his left arm almost completely off. So it's just still hanging outside the car as the car rolls to a stop, rolls over to a stop. You guys are unharmed. Well, you're still drugged, but you're unharmed.
Is it upside down or right side up?
It's right side up,
Oh,
but it's
shove
totaled.
this asshole out of the car and take his car. Oh, it's totaled.
It's totaled,
totaled.
yeah.
The car is still totaled. Yeah, it's smoke rolling out of it. It's not running. It's, you know.
Well, grab his pistol off his hip and grab the one out of the glove box and let's go.
All right, you got 2 revolvers.
Yeah, try to go down the highway. Hopefully there'll be another car coming along.
Is there a cop? Another cop? No cop cars following us, is it? Like, there's not a second one.
No, it was just him.
Awesome.
Nobody
Where was
following.
where was he taking us? He was taking us to. Are there more of these people in Alpine?
A rib shop or something.
You're gonna walk the rest of the way to Marathon.
Well, we don't have any clue how far that is. So
It's miles.
Oh, fuck! They were. There was something in the water.
I don't trust any of these people here. Hey, is the radio still working?
Yeah.
We could do a send more cops thing. Hide out and wait for them.
Right. Try to get the.
Why don't we
sheriff's-
just get as far as possible without telling them that anything has happened?
Okay.
I don't know what.
I suppose if he's with the others, the other cops probably.
I assume what you're thinking is try to get them to send another car or 2, and then you can try to take one of them.
That was my thought, but if they send 2
But
cars,
you know,
we're not
there's
gonna
2
be-
cars. There's 2 cars back at Abattoir.
But how far is that?
Yeah,
Maybe 15 minutes.
but this is
Just
all.
walk?
We've been talking all this time.
Drive.
so
50-minute drive. 50-minute drive. Sorry.
Yeah, we don't have a car. Okay.
Let's hope. Let's keep going along the highway and hope that somebody else comes along.
Okay.
Hmm.
Well, you got a pistol. I got a pistol. We're good.
I tell you what, Sean, I think you have the lowest luck. Why don't you go ahead and roll it for me?
72. Nope.
Okay. So as you're walking, you walk for like an hour and a half, almost 2 hours down the highway. Yeah, try and just hoping a truck comes by or something. You can try to thumb a ride. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you do see lights coming. There's a
Are they
car
coming from behind us or ahead of us?
from behind you?
Shit.
They're coming up from towards Marathon from south on 385.
Is there any kind of a ditch, or is it all flat? Like,
It's pretty flat. There might be a little runoff gully. You could probably, yeah, if you want to hide in there, you could.
let's get on either side of the road because I'm sure we can see this a little ways back. We can talk for a minute. Let's get on either side of the road and just wait and see what it is.
Okay, just kind of crouch down in the gully.
Yeah, there's
It's
enough
pretty
moonlight.
dry.
Yeah.
Okay, let the car drive by.
What kind of car is it? As it approaches, do we see? Is it a police car or no?
It is, yes.
Just hide.
Drives past you, actually going pretty fast.
Let's keep going.
You know,
Okay.
by now they've probably told everybody that we're the bad guys.
All we need is a phone.
Give me a Constitution roll, both of you, please, as you're going to walk for a few more hours.
It's 29.
I missed it by 1 point. I'll spend.
Spend a point of luck. Okay.
I'll spend a point.
Managed to maintain consciousness, but you feel like you're tripping.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everything's fucking weird, man. And it's so quiet out here. And every once in a while, you think you see a shadow maybe moving off the highway somewhere, which kind of makes you want to stand closer to the highway and closer to what little light there is along this highway here and there. So you're back on 385 now. You're on the interstate.
Stop.
Right. You have a spooky, paranoid, many-hour journey to Marathon. Let me see, how far is it? Let's see, what made it that far? Yeah, you walk all night because it's more than 15 miles.
Yeah.
Wow.
And you're completely exhausted.
Is there a
Our
7-Eleven?
feet are sore and our.
We're gonna have to rob the 7-Eleven. We look like we should be robbing one.
What do you
so
do?
why
What do you
not?
do when you get back there? When you get there? Yeah, there's got to be something open. I'm sure.
I
Telephone.
literally look for a 7-Eleven
Gas
and a
station.
phone.
Yeah.
Telephone.
Okay. Yep. There's one for sure. Gas station, payphone.
Phone FBI office. You go get food. Rob them.
I am not leaving you for a second. I'm staying
I'm
here
just
right
joking.
next to you.
That's fine. Phone FBI office. Do what I can to report, to call in a strike. Whatever I have to do.
Dr. Quinn, give me a spot hidden roll, please.
57 out of 65, so I passed.
Okay. You do see a sheriff's car driving down the road.
Quick, hide.
He's in the phone booth.
Oh,
Jump
sheriff's.
in with him.
Oh,
It's cozy.
I'm going to lean in and say there's a sheriff's car.
Okay.
Close. I'll get in with him and close the door and say hunker down, because maybe they won't be able. It'll be
Is there a window?
painted
or
dark
is it just
blue
like
on the bottom.
Is it like a
Yeah, there's a
Doctor
little
Who
bit of a
phone
window,
box? Or
Yeah, it's
We'll
a little
try
bit of
to
a window, of course.
duck down
So you can see if somebody's in it. Okay.
Okay. Shoot out the light.
It drives right by.
Excellent.
Keeps going. So you get a hold of the
Finish my
FBI
call.
office. Yep. This is FBI Dallas branch.
This Christopher
Yes,
Baines.
it's like 6 in the morning. It's like 6 in the morning.
Okay.
Sun's coming up.
Cakes on the griddle.
Christopher Baines.
Christopher
Yeah.
Baines. I give my number. I tell them what's happened. That we were Agent Carlisle and I myself were going with Dr. Quinn, and I described Mr. Quinn. We're going just on a little bit of a vacation down to Abattoir, and we've come across a compound of cultists. They've
have
been
been
kidnapping people on the
Abducted,
highway,
assaulted.
abducting and assaulting people, and we really need extrication because Agent Carlisle has been taken hostage as far as we know. We've been beat up, and there's some dead people. Just give them the whole rundown, the whole gamut of issues we've come across in as short as time as possible.
They're stunned, of course, but they believe you. And you believe you're in danger. You tell them about the sheriff and all that. You believe he's involved, et cetera. You think he drugged you, et cetera. So they said they're going to send somebody to Marathon to pick you up, but it's going to take several hours. So you got to find like a motel. I'm sure there's plenty of motels in Marathon to lay low, call them back, give them an address, and have somebody pick you up to get you to safety. And they will, of course, allocate whatever resources are necessary to try and recover Agent Carlisle and investigate this terrifying and insane tale which you have woven.
These people are armed and dangerous.
Told them. Mm-hmm.
Woven. Made it all up.
I shouldn't say woven. That's me. I wove it. I wrote the fucking thing. No, but
I wove
the story that you tell. I'm sorry. But that's would be the end of your involvement as far as the rest of this case goes. They're certainly not going to be sending you back in there in your current condition, and they're definitely not sending Dr. Quinn back in there because they wouldn't send him into that probably in the first place. So that's going to end Highway of Blood. Congratulations, Chris and Larry. Tom and Sean, your characters have survived. Richard, I'm sorry, but it was pretty metal and pretty bloody anyway. Your bones could possibly still be found in the cave at some point, picked clean by the Tehihan.
Damn things.
I might have to run like a Delta Green follow up to this at some point, just to.
That would be cool.
Yeah, the assault on Abattoir.
Yeah, that's right.
This would be Cowboy era, right? Yeah. Unfortunately, can't publish anything Delta Green, but could still run something for fun.
You could call it something else like Alpha Blue.
So I'll stick around anyway if you guys want to discuss this at all after the game, but after Tom does his outro, etc. But I appreciate you guys playing it. Appreciate you, Tom, for letting me run it here on your channel.
It was really,
It was great.
yeah.
It was what I expected when it's described as a grindhouse.
Definitely grindhouse, yeah.
Give a big thanks to my partners, Alex and DBJ, who helped write it. And Alex invited me to work on the project in the first place. It was his kind of idea, and then he brought me in to help flesh it out. So I really appreciate it.
Really amazing. Yeah. Our players included Sean Little, Keith Craig, and myself, with Ian Christensen as the Keeper of the Secrets. We're currently producing up to 4 shows a week with music and sound effects added in post-production in order to create a richer listener experience. We provide audio-only versions of our shows free for you to download from Podbean or iTunes. The costs involved with the show are provided almost entirely by our patrons. Without them, we wouldn't be able to do what we do. If you'd like to help support our show, please visit our Patreon account. Just $1 to a month helps us a lot. You can find the link in the description below. Like, share, and subscribe to our channel, and punch the bell icon for updates on our latest shows. And leave us some comments. We enjoy reading them and answering any questions you might have. This is Tom Rayleigh, together with all the members of our gaming club, inviting you to journey with us once again into the darkness for another adventure in the universe of H.P. Lovecraft and the Call of Cthulhu role-playing game. Until next time, good luck and good gaming.